Bluetooth. All right, how's everybody doing? Welcome to my channel, Michael Rolla channel. My name is Michael Rolla. That was good. Yo, I liked that. That was fun. I'm a spiritual channel, divine channel, ascension guide, life coach. Here for the benefit of humanity. Woot! Bring back the love. Yeah. Yo. All right. So today's going to be really intense because we got a lot of divine masculine coming through. I've been getting it for a long, long time, you guys. Just been getting myself ready to, ready and willing to talk about it. My previous situation, probably two months back, that'd have been a funny conversation if I started talking about that with my ex. that would have been a good conversation. That would have been a good video for her to listen to me making in the background, So, for reasons other than another, it's been kind of put off. But what spirits hit me, since the divine feminine has been, high rising, and it's been getting up into its new division, and it's settling in now much more. We need the divine masculine. I've said this before in a video where you can't have one without the other, right? Shout out to Al Bundy. If one high rises, the other high rises, because it's a full system. We're all one, right? This isn't about separation. We're not supposed to be here separating ourselves. It's like with women that are trying to be men, way too hard, and it's like, yeah, you have masculine in you, but the act of yang energy versus yin energy, that's what makes it masculine. It has nothing to do with like what you're doing, So what triggered me today, it wasn't really a trigger, was it? I don't think I got triggered today. It was just Heylel. Heylel really wanted to talk about this one. There's a lot of beings that really want to talk about this one, but it's like when I see the t-shirts that say real men wear pink, it's just like, at this point, real men wear whatever this t-shirt says that they wear. Like, you know what I mean? No, wrong. You're still missing the point. Real men do whatever the fuck we want to do. Period. That's what a real man does. That's what real people do. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have anything to do with being a man or not being a man. It all comes from the relationship of the duality that we live in. You know what I mean? Like women and men. So women have been held down for so long. So what they look for in a man is an overly aggressive male, all of these things, that they think it's going to protect them. And sure, it will. But if any guy out there has a girl or his wife and doesn't want to protect them, you're not listening. We're getting it way wrong in the first place, because guys want to do that no matter what. So it's not about, these programs. And this is what gets me about this all the time. Because when you do this work and you understand that you are all energies inside of yourself, you can be the man that you want to be or the woman that you want to be, no matter what you're incarnated as. Real men wear pink. No, real men wear whatever we want to wear, and I don't give a what your t-shirt says that I'm supposed to do. We're buying into the systems. It's just like eating beef. The bumper stickers, and I get it. It's funny. It's a counteract to whatever. But listen, if you're a real man and you can't eat beef because it's not good for your gut for whatever reason, you shouldn't do it. And it doesn't mean that so now that guy's going to feel demasculated or emasculated. Is it emasculate? Whatever, because he's not eating meat. You know what I mean? It's like, no, real men do whatever the we want to do. Women also, okay? Like, you want to go eat a salad? I love salads. They're fucking delicious. You know what I mean? If I want to go eat a salad, I'm going to go eat a salad. And the next guy that comes up to me and says, "What are you're not eating meat," I'm going to sock him in his face, because he's an idiot. We need to stop buying into the programs that externally define us as who we already are. Okay, I'm going to calm down. This is huge. This is Michael, his whole entire life as a caring and sensitive divine masculine, okay? I'm getting this my whole life, you guys, and I know you guys have too. Even women, you guys have to be like these strong, or you know what I mean? It's all out of whack, okay? Like, so what I did was I started making a list of all these different things, right? And then I realized I should probably just go online and see what we're all running into in the world. So I found a list. It's on thoughtcatalog.com or dot something, and it was by Lorenzo Jared Lorenzo. So I want to shout it out. You know what I mean? I don't know how this shit goes. You know. So I'm gonna read them all, and we're gonna talk about them. So the first one is men are horrible parents, right? And think about it. Do you really think that? I mean, honestly, really, right? And it leads into these other ones, right? Like, men aren't good parents. We're bumbling fathers. And the guy talks about how, like, every effing sitcom about a family that makes the dad out to be the third child who's just, like, along for the ride. You know, what else was it? These are really funny, guys. I'm not going to share them all because it's going to get a little intense. But that's why I make this not for kids. Hey, Starseed. Yeah, I've been on fire. Let's see. You know, and it's all of the things, like, men who show emotions are weak. And okay, right there. Like, let's just, I got to start with one because otherwise I'm going to bounce all over this thing. Horrible parents. Yes, of course, men are horrible parents. We all know this, obviously, because we don't worry about stuff. I don't know, because we're a little more laid back and low key, and we want our kids to play and have fun, and we want to wrestle or roll around in the dirt. I mean, you know, and that's another one that's on here. Men are simple, and we're not complex or something. It's like, men cannot be victims of domestic violence. Men are all cheaters. I mean, right? All you women know that, right? We're not romantic because we're too stupid, right? All I am is romantic. It's not a plus, trust me. I'm just kidding. Men should always pay for the date. Why? So we have to pay for the date, and we do all this for the relationship, but we don't get any of the credit. And that was one that was really good here too, which I really liked. So hold on. I'm rocking. Okay, hold on. There's 35 of them. I have to find them. Oh yeah, men are not good at anything inside the home. Right, because a woman's crazy. And I literally was told not to do the dishes in my last relationship. And then I got yelled at for not helping around the house because she wanted me to do the dishes. Oh, so you want me to do it's like a spiritual path. We're creating our own reality. Oh yeah, okay. That's what I thought we were doing. Men are gross and unclean. That's not always the case. Just because we like to get dirty, just because we're not afraid of it. And then men can't be stylish if they aren't gay. I really liked that one. That was hilarious. Because for the most part, we're not. I mean, because we don't care. So it's like, as a man, okay, I've always cared about what's real in life. When I was a kid, I grew up, and the reason why I started partying was because I wanted what was real and what was raw. I wanted raw life. I didn't buy into the societal norms and the school and the this and you know, and I went where all the parties were at because that was real people and it was real emotions and it was real. Whether it was drug influence or alcohol influence or not, it was real, and it wasn't this popcorn, sugar flake, whatever, you know, type of world that we're supposed to believe in, right? So for Michael, raised by a single mother, shout out to Ma, love you Ma, you know, and I got it my whole life because I learned to share my emotions. I learned how to communicate with a woman, with my mother, and we didn't hide anything, you know, me and Mom to the end of the world, you know, mind, body, soul, love you with all my heart, all my soul, heart and all my soul, that's what we usually say, right? And open communication so we can talk about anything and everything. The problem, we see, like I said in the beginning, the reason why women are looking for a man who's overly aggressive is because it's out of whack in the first place, right? A true, strong, courageous man is going to face it. No matter what it is, no matter if it makes him cry, no matter if it makes him look like an idiot, no matter if he looks embarrassed, because he knows he has to do it. And there's a reason that nobody else seems to care about. Nobody else seems to give him credit for. I think one of the things on here was really good because that was the one I was trying to find. Hold on. This one was really good, and I liked it. And I mean, again, it's still kind of one-sided, so, I'm trying to do this as fair-minded as we can. What was it? Oh yeah, men are the ones who should move out of the house after a breakup. Yeah, we're good. But this person wrote, what was it? I don't know, Bazzy, B-A-Z-H-Y. I don't know. Am I quoting this? Should I be quoting this right? I'm not doing this right. It says, men are the ones who should move out of the house after a breakup. And obviously, in this case, he's the sole bread provider, but, why are we the ones who always get kicked out of the house? Movies, TV shows, plays, videos, real life. There's a fight. What? Oh, this is not like, okay, because it's someone's comment. That's why this doesn't make sense. There's a fight that the unemployed mom is the righteous one, and the man working 60 hours a week to pay the rent isn't. And he's the one who has to go somewhere else to sleep. Like, we're viewed as lesser than women, right? You go find somewhere else to sleep. I paid for this house, I paid for this bed, I paid for this damn $100 Fitbit that you don't use, and I paid for the couch you sit on to watch the TV I paid for. Don't drive your car, or to use the gas because I put that in there, and yeah, your $70 haircuts that you get on my card, which obviously, and it's funny because then it's like it gets to that point in a relationship where the woman then like expects that, and then if she doesn't get that, you know what I mean? It's so out of whack, but we have to balance the masculine and feminine inside of us all first, right? Before we're worried about finding it in someone else who we think has it, and then we want to take it or something like that. There's the other one, men don't listen. And so obviously it says, we just don't care about 90% of what you think is interesting, right? And it's not that we're not listening. It's just that we don't. And that's normal. Like, what I mean? 90%, again, whatever, you're interested in what you're interested in. But if that's why he's not listening, it's not because we're dumb. I think, this is the Bill Cosby. He does the joke where he's talking about, he's like, you think we're dumb sitting there on the armchair. What, babe? Let's watch the game. But we're smart, and you ladies haven't figured it out yet that we're just playing dumb, so we don't have to do anything, and we can just sit there and watch the game. Like, I forget. That's what his example was as a joke. I don't know, it was really funny, but that was from his old stand-up, and I started cracking up. Like, men don't listen. No, we're listening. Men don't get hurt when you kick them in the balls. Actually, it's funny. That's girls who don't really know. So he says he doesn't. You guys don't realize that it can cause permanent and then sometimes lethal results. Like, have you ever guys heard about that? You can literally die from getting kicked in the nuts. Guys, like it hurts. It hurts a lot. I wish you guys. It's what we get from not having to go through childbirth. We have an open for business nutsack that can be cracked anytime you want, and we got to protect it at all times and wear cups. Okay, that shit hurts. It ain't no joke. Okay, hold on. Yeah, men are not supposed to show emotions or ask for help with mental health. Right, because men are just supposed to figure it out, right? I wrote my other thing downstairs, whatever. So it's that idea that it's like, as men, we're not allowed, like, I don't say allowed, but it's like, in society, this concept, you talk about, oh yeah, I want a sensitive man. I want a man who shows his emotions. No, you don't. You want a man who is just going to be like a monster beast, male image. You know what I mean? But this idea that it's like, we can't, like, women, you get over on like every lawsuit. I think that was the other one that said that the same crime committed by a woman, men get a higher punishment for. Women don't get the same punishment. We also don't get, depending on your situations, we don't get natural rights direct primary custody for kids once we break up, and it's always the dad, always cheaters, always bad. And I have a friend my whole life, like he's been my best buddy my whole life. I don't want to say, too much, but he definitely should have got full custody of that kid. And she definitely should not have had any custody whatsoever. But it didn't happen that way. And what was I saying? Right. So men, it's like we have to face everything, It's like what Bill Burr, comedian, check him out. He does a joke where he's like, somebody's banging on your house or trying to break into your home, right? Who goes downstairs? The man does. Yeah, dispensable, right? We're literally constantly protecting our loved ones, our homes, our lives. Me personally, I'm trying to build self-sustain, build my own greenhouse, grow my own everything, and have the land, like, you know what I mean? It's like, but we don't get the credit. We don't get, oh, you're not there yet. Oh, yeah, well, you're a scrub. You're not successful, or whatever. But it's like we literally have to face everything. Women, you can go talk to each other, or go talk to somebody. That's normal. It's expected for you to go talk to somebody. Guys, it's not expected. Who do we go and talk to? We go and talk to each other at the bar or whatever. Hopefully you can do that or something. You got somebody to talk to. Or you know how to use your energy work and you can heal yourself and balance yourself out. Right? But we don't have, it's not the same for guys. We don't have the women all the time. Oh, the world was made for men. It was run by men. No, it's run by a bunch of psycho, crazy people. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's dominantly yang energetically, but it's not just men. It's not just me because I'm a guy. You know what I mean? It's this world's women too. Women vampires too, succubus and incubus, right? No one thinks of the energy vampire and thinks of the incubus, the guy. It's always the succubus, right? So it's like we're constantly putting all of the programmed stereotypes onto each other all the time, and we're wondering what's going on and why we can't figure this out. No wonder you can't find somebody to be happy with, right? Because you don't even know what you really want. You don't even know what you're really looking at is in front of your face. You don't even know what he's saying or why he's not responding or why women always say that, like, oh, man should know me and be able to tell. Well, can you tell your man? Or do you just sum him up as he's like the most simple guy in the world? Oh yeah, he doesn't do nothing. He's just over there watching the game. Just let him be. No, he's probably over there crying when you go upstairs because he can't find a way to fucking relate to his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And sorry, I got a little intense there. You know what I mean? These examples, this shit happens to all of us. It's not about man or woman. It's like, no wonder. Look, what's the divorce rates like? It's like nobody's lasting. Like nobody, because we're not happy with like something. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I feel like we're not recognizing it within each other. Eat beef, wear this pink t-shirt, eat whatever you want to eat and wear whatever you want to wear. It doesn't matter. But we put so much into the looks of somebody. So much into, oh, he's, he looks like, whatever. Yeah, and he's a big baby. I'm a guy. I know plenty of them. I know plenty of guys who act tough and they're not. You know what I mean? And then you have this guy who never seems tough, right? In my experience, because I share my emotions and I share my feelings. And I love talking about emotions and feelings. It's so much fun. Hold on. The light's getting really bad in here. I don't know if I got any natural light left. I'm going to have to turn. No, I don't want to turn the lights on. What are you guys saying? All right, let me pause for a second because I'm like sweating buckets right now. Perfect. God of War. Ascension. Before he was a god, he was a man. I love that shit. All right, and this is the case for all of us because we're all shackled. We gotta wake up. We gotta wake up and stop fighting each other, and especially with guys in the macho, in the pride, in the egos. It's, oh my God. You know how much more fun it is when you can just laugh at yourself? When you can just act like an idiot? Because nobody's perfect. Nobody knows everything. I forget things. You know what I mean? Right? I'm a wuss when it comes, like how many guys out there really don't like spiders? Are you going to admit it? Are you going to admit it? Are you going to admit it? When you see one, are you going to scream, ah? Like, I love it. Why do we all laugh when a guy screams like with really high pitch, right? It's hilarious. Like, we could all be having so much more fun with each other if we could just get over so many layers of bullshit. Oh my God, my whole life. Because for me, I grew up, like I said, I wanted to experience rawness. I wanted to experience people, So from a very early age, I saw bullshit no matter who you were, no matter what age you were, no matter if you fucking ate meat or you didn't eat fucking meat, or if you wore pink or you didn't wear pink. Nobody cares about this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's all the program from this world that we're all still stuck in. It's like I would say about the John Wayne, right? Like, I get it. I get the sense that in being quiet and saying very little means you're more whole. And I think the reason for that is because on the woman's side, they're always thinking that you're meaning more shit than you actually are and always trying to figure out what it is that you haven't said. Women hear more of what we don't say than what we actually do say. And then that's why they say, why don't you just tell me that? And you go, I told you, I already... Never mind. It's because they're always listening to what else we're saying. They're not listening, and we haven't even said anything because we're direct and we make we're males. It's how we function. It's because we don't understand each other anymore that we can't communicate. What was I getting at? I don't know. I got excited. I don't remember anything. Hold on. Oh, guys. Hey, guys. I love the comments. I got a bunch. Oh, thanks. Yeah, me and Mom. Shout out, moms. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Sylvie's. Who's all here? Hi, yes. Let's address the stereotypes. Oh, my God. And that's the thing. I'm not trying to say this to, knock it down or to make it, I'm trying to say that naturally men want to do this. That's a Native American saying. I don't know. I've said it on multiple videos, but the white guy asks the Native American elder, and he says, you saw before we got here, you saw when we landed here, you've seen what we've changed in our technological advances, our societies, and this and that. And he says, what would you have to say of all the things? He's 90 years old, Native American. He said, what would you have to say to us about, And so he sits back and he thinks for a minute, and then he leans in and he says, before white men came, plenty, oh my God, I want to say them both at the same time, beaver and plenty buffalo, right? And then he says, women would spend all day doing all the work, according to him. Right. Men would spend all day hunting, fishing, and then at night they'd come home and then they'd have sex all night because, what else are we going to do? Who knows? I mean, hey, I'm not going to say, but but that makes sense. It's not like this, if you eat meat, if you don't hunt, you're not a man. It's just like I said, what if you can't eat red meat? What if you legit can't? You're just born with something and you can't eat red meat. Well, then you can still hunt, but you know what I mean? It's just eat what you want to eat and stop asking people for their stupid opinions. That's what a man does. He doesn't listen. You know what I mean? When somebody says, oh, yeah, you should do this. Well, listen, I didn't ask, but thanks for, and you just keep doing it. This is why for me, I love listening to anything and everything, probably because I like emotions and I love expression and I want to know it all and I'll talk about it all. But who am I really deep down inside? Where do I really stand? We live in a world where we're constantly trying to figure out oh, like I took sociology in college and I took psychology. I can probably figure out what, and it's just like, no, because we're talking about divisions, we're talking about angles, we're talking about situations in life that happen. Sometimes they happen to you, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you see it and you get triggered and it's never even happened to you. You know, it's like my mom, right? She sees, anytime she sees like, you know, like a suffering anything on TV, she's just like, we need to donate to the refugees, you know, help them, you know, they're on boats and they can't get in, you know, like, I mean, it's like anytime she, you know, it's like we're taking too much like from the outside and we're using it to define who we really are. And this whole thing is changing because we're having to be these people now and you know, embody this light and this new vibration and this new world. And the new world is not based on war. That's huge for men and women that are masculine. No more war, guys. Do you know what to even do with yourself? I remember when I stopped partying, 16, 17, I got in early, you know what I mean? I figured it out real early. I started smoking cigarettes when I was 11, right? So say 11, 5, 6 years, something like that. Like, it's Groundhog's Day. It's the same thing over and over and over. But when I stopped, I was just like, I don't even know what to do with my life right now, because if I'm not going out to get a 40, like, I don't even know, I want to call people, but I should not just don't pick up the phone, you know, like, just, you know, I don't know what to do. So I started playing video games, you know, and kept my mind off of it, and then eventually, you know, things change. But, you know, men, we're addicted. We're addicted. Like, I love blowing stuff up as much as anybody else loves blowing things up, okay? Or smashing things, or being aggressive. We're guys, is what we like to do. Realize that your man, however aggressive or not aggressive you think he is, he's born that way. He's built to be aggressive. And there's nothing he would like more than to be aggressive. Never mind, I'm not going to say anything. Because you never know. Okay, so like I said, stop adding up your, you know, whether it's your partner, male, female, stop adding them up, because it works with the female too. You know, they got this constant, you look at the magazines, right? Like, you got to look like this, you got to act like that, you got to be like this. We're all constantly under this pressure, constantly, you know, and I don't know, I don't know. I feel like I've met so many types of people, and I've gone out to so many bars and clubs and house parties, and it's just the same shit. It's just the same shit. Right now, I could go to the bar right now, and I guarantee you, I could just, you know, it's like after a while, you just know what to say, how to say it, when to say it, and what's going to happen. And I'm just out. I don't want to, right? But where do we go to get some sense of normalcy? I don't know. I'm going to calm down. Hey, guys. I've heard it all from many people. It's just so messy. Yeah, totally, Sylvie. The curse of not having children. Yeah. Wait, is that the curse? I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I got a little part of me in there. But anyways, that's for another conversation. So many women want the bad boys. And I don't know why. Can you explain that to me? Right? This is war mentality in women. Where's all the terrorists? Where they at? Where is you've lived your whole life and you still need a man who's going to protect you from what? From what? From what? What happened? When? Where? We live in modern world. We're not cavemen. I hate to break it to you, you know? And I'm not saying we shouldn't be living off the land. I mean, that's a no-brainer. But it's like, what's all this protection? From the fear in your mind? That's what you need? Well, he's never going to be able to do that, because that's the work you have to do on yourself, right? Like, you know, there's so many men out there that are like that are packing, that have land, and they work 60 hours, and they come home, and then you yell at him because he's sitting down on the couch. Yeah, because he busted his ass all day. He's a little tired, you know? And he does it for you, you know, and him. Like, you know, if you say something and it's like, and you're just ragging on him and he just gets annoyed, well then yeah, it's not that he doesn't love you. Oh, he comes home and we can't talk. Yeah, because he probably doesn't want to. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he needs a minute to calm down. Let him watch a whole game. And I guarantee after it, I don't know, I'm not, I don't need to watch sports or anything, but, it's like, let him cool off. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be his loving and caring woman. A strong woman is not a woman who's just like overbearing and yelling at you and all. You need to be like this, you need to be like that all the time, and then we just look at you and it makes us not want to do anything. And that's if you guys have never seen The Tale of Two Brains, look that shit up on YouTube. What's his name? He's like a pastor and like a psychologist. It's hilarious. It's like 2 hours long. I think there's even like a 4-hour one, but he explains in it and he makes a really good point. He says with women, when you say to a woman something that they're like not good at, because women are keyed up to be comparing themselves with other women at all times, when they feel like they're lacking, or if you tell them they're not doing, they're going to want to go do it and they're going to make it right and they're going to like prove, you know what I mean? Because that's how they run. That's how they operate. A guy, when you tell him, hey, I know you just spent 3 hours on that, but you kind of just messed it all up. How do you think we're going to feel? You think we're going to, yeah, well, I got to prove to her that, no, we're going to be like, kiss my ass. That's how it is. Bye-bye. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's not going to fall, all right? Me and Jose, we nailed it up real good, all right? It don't look good, but it's going to stay, all right? It's going to work for the purpose of our lives, okay? You want to make it pretty, then go get some paint and go pretty it up, all right? We don't care. But it was funny because he explains, it's so good. Like, you guys got to watch Tale of Two Brains. It'll explain like everything. It's hilarious. He even does like sex and then the heart, and he puts like a smiley face for the sex and then like a heart. And then he says, men, want this. And then, but the women's thinking about this. It's hilarious. You guys gotta check it out. But he says his wife, one day, he decided to like do the dishes or something before she got home. He wanted to surprise her and do the dishes, So she came home and she said to him, like, she walked up and she put her hand under his chin, and she's like, oh, little good boy, you did the dishes, right? And he was just sitting there like, yeah, I did the dishes. And that will make your man want to do them again. Because you gave him love, right? Like we're so like assuming you need to do this, assuming you need to do that. Okay, hold on. Let's see what you guys are saying. I can talk about this for the rest of my life. Relationships, right here. I've seen them all. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I know. I'm saying. So many women want bad. Oh yeah, so right. Yeah. Hey, Galactica. Hey, y'alls. Sylvie, I have seen firsthand how some women treat the man. Just disgusting. The men always get the crap. If they show some emotion, they're called weak babies. Exactly. But yet, a woman can just dump all over the place. And what do we have to do? We have to suck it up. Every single time. Because we're the men. We have to suck it up. We're the one who goes downstairs to check. Oh no, there's a burglar coming and they got a machine gun and they're gonna mow us down. Don't worry, babe, stay here. I'm gonna go check. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't going downstairs. You get your ass downstairs. Don't fucking tell me I'm not a man. No, I'm not stupid. This is shit to do with being a man or a woman. We're so out of whack. You try to use that shit. Don't you wanna protect me? It's not if he's got a machine gun. I'm going to die first, and then you're going to be dead next. And hopefully he just kills you right off the bat. I mean, listen, what are we talking about? I don't know. So it's not made for kids. But yeah, like I see it all the time too, with guys, like my guys. But then it's not like all of them. I mean, some of them are like that. But for the most part, like, we want loving relationships. We want a woman who believes in us for who we are. Yeah, fucking right. You shitting me? Get real. You know what I mean? If you don't look like The Rock, right? I love The Rock. I always gotta pick on The Rock. He's my homie. Like, if you don't, you know what I mean? Like, then you're not a real man. It's like, what? Like, it's okay if you're stack this shit, and then you tear up, that's okay. But if you're a skinny, scrawny little boy and you tear up, you're just a bitch. I mean, wow. You know what I mean? So it's like, come on. We're not even looking at this right. From the very beginning. We can't even balance the shit out. A woman... anyways, hold on, I gotta calm down. What up, y'all? Yeah, we're the ones in war, and it's not like women aren't, we're the ones going to war, and then the woman's at home. Oh, my man, he's not coming back. Yeah, because he's still at fucking war. You don't think he wants to see his family and his kids? Why do you think he's there? Because he's literally risking himself. Selfishly. We literally have to do so much and carry so much and protect our loved ones with our fucking dying breath. Right? Save the women and children. Nobody gives a shit about the guy. Yeah, throw them out first. You know what I mean? Save the women and children. Yeah, why? Right? I mean, honestly, if you just 0 point it and just ask that question, why do we send the women and children first? So now they're wusses. Is that why? Because they're not as strong. Okay, so it's okay for a woman not to be strong when it's war that she might have to go into. Oh, no, right? And then she's out, and she can be out. We can't do that. We can't do that in any situation in the whole world. Because if we back out, we're pussies. Period. Oh my God, it's hilarious. The plight of a man, of a real man, of a normal fucking man. What is this? This is why relationships don't work. Because all the girls are going for bad boys and all the guys are going for the hottest piece of booty. I really feel bad for the brothers. Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate that. He's stronger in himself. Right. Very good. So I'll read that. Your partner was unbalanced when we first reconnected, never allowing himself to feel or cry. And now he's stronger in himself since becoming balanced. Exactly. Because there's power in our emotions. There's power in all aspects of yourself and the world around you. Oh my God. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get through the comments here. Me love smash. Kale, yeah. I was living in the masculine for so many years. I lost touch with the feminine. Amazing when you finally get a bit. It is. It's true. I completely agree. My mom and I, she was a single mom, so she really tried, to be tough and, stuff like that. And I always hated it because as a kid, I was like, Mom, I have friends for that. That's when I go out and party and I'm good. I work out or I'll do something or I'll just, I was a skater boy, I'd go skate for I'd get lost, but it's I tell Mom, I want a hug. You're a woman. You're my mom. I need you for hugs and to believe in me, not call me an asshole, because of whatever, because I'm being too aggressive or not, or then saying, and that's Mom too. I love Mom. Shout out to Mom. You know what I mean? But we were all going through it, throughout our lives. It was I was out partying. So then it was you're always out partying. Why are you hanging out with those people? Blah, 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 blah. It's bad influence. It's bad for you, And I want to tell Mom, I'm the one who brought us all together, right? I'm the one who made the phone call, yo, you guys want to party? But you don't want to tell your mom that. And then it's and then so I stop. And then now it's oh, you just at home all the time now, don't you? It's oh my God, And it's a relationship that I was in at one time, and she says to me, I can't stand everything you do. It's so annoying. Just it's so annoying. Whatever you do. And I said, well, okay, babe, what do I do? And she goes, nothing. That's why it's so annoying, because you don't do nothing. It's you know what? Yeah. And guess what? You're going to watch me do a whole lot more than nothing, because clearly I can't even sit in this house without, I'm out. I'm totally out. Anyways. Yeah, living in the masculine for so many years. You lose touch with the feminine. Exactly. And we don't, and that's exactly the point there. If we don't embrace and take care of the feminine that's inside of us men, then we're not going to do it in the women. right? If we can't recognize sensitivity and caring and love and compassion and all of these wonderful things that women offer, the world, it's like, then we're never going to see them in ourselves. But if we're not looking in ourselves first, we're not going to see it out there first, right? You have to do the inner work. And since it's all out of whack anyways, you got to stop asking. Stop asking your girlfriend for her opinion, because it's probably out of whack. But no, hopefully you find a balanced divine feminine, and you guys can actually, I mean, like we just gotta get equal wages. This is what I always say to Spirit. There's so many things that we gotta heal and fix in the world, and can we just get equal wages? I mean, this is gonna be way too hard for so many people to understand. Like if we get equal wages, people can relax maybe a little more, like we have a nice balanced system. And I don't know how it works, equal wage. But you know what I mean? If we're all fed, we all have a home, we don't got to worry all the time, we're not working 60 hours, coming home to complaining wife, which hopefully is not the case in any case ever, but for anyone, complaining man, complaining woman, anything. And then again, complaining, right? If you complain, then you create more complaining because you're centering your energy around it. And so it's like, okay, yeah, I centered my energy around Earth when I got here, and it's been pretty fun this whole time. So I don't know, what do you want me to do? So it's like, we have to, and this is why I'm all about expression, and I grew up with my mom, open communication all the time. It didn't matter what we were going through or what happened, we communicated it. And it was raw, just like I like it. People want that all the time. People say they're tough all the time, and a guy can't even admit how he feels. He can't. Guys everywhere. The most masculine dude, the one with the most pride, the one with the most this, the most that, is the most insecure one of them all. It's just like the women. In Michael's experience, I'm just speaking from my experience. Okay, thank you. Yes, this is not financial advice here. The prettiest girl at the party, at the club, is the most insecure girl in the whole place. That's why she's the prettiest, right? So it's like, we have to, I don't even know how to begin to start. Can we get equal wages? Let's see, living in divine masculine for so many. Oh, yeah. Commercial, and then I start tearing up, it's like, I love that aspect of myself. Are you shitting me? The fact that I can have this emotion, and then I can care about something, and I can have a moment, it's great. And that's what trips me out too with the relationships, is like, women, you're like women do that all the time. You're always connected to your emotions. Why aren't we talking? No wonder relationships don't work, because you only let him be how he's supposed to be, according to you, and then he only is, and then vice versa. And it's like, no. Or we could sit here and talk, and we could get into some real intimate bonding, growing our love connections with, I didn't know you felt that way. I thought you shut down when that came up because it made you upset. But in all actuality, it really touches your heart. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. What are we doing in the world? Because we got to prove that we're cool. You got that big rised up truck, lifted truck, or I mean, what is it? It's like every guy on a motorcycle. I drive a Harley. Yeah, well, that's a bike. Who are you? You know what I mean? Vroom, vroom, vroom. Was that your voice, or was that the bike? I'm a badass. Well, check it out. I'm gonna do it again. All right. It's like but that doesn't mean that we don't enjoy, like the material world. It doesn't mean that you don't get a Harley because it represents a part of you. You know what I mean? Like that. Okay, do that. It's cool, right? Like wild hogs, right? It doesn't matter. It's a part of you. There's so many more parts of all of us. It's like we're not even this. I know. Okay, gotta breathe. Hello is here, because he's actually extremely balanced, and it's not male or female, but I wanted him to be here. Because of the balance of the energy. being so masculine, being, Archangel Hillel, which is, Mr. Lucy, his lower dimensional half or fractal. So, he went through a lot of this. He went through all of the types of fears, all of the types, power's going, all of the types of fears, all of the type of aggression, and all the and like wars. Thank you, wars. You want to talk about wars? All right. He's saying, no, you're doing good. Okay, I'll start. Yeah, I'll start. Okay, that's good. Like I said, wars. This is gonna be a collaboration right now. Wars. We got to get over wars. Blowing stuff up is fun, yes. Smashing things is fun, yes. But we got to get over the idea of war. It's like we're all trying to come into unity, but in order to do so, you got to be a real man, and that means you got to go fight somebody or punch somebody or beat something up. No, wrong again, wrong. You know what I mean? A man is supposed to stand for what he believes in. A real man, which I agree that maybe there are not so many, but there's so much with the feminist. I mean, there's all the societal shit, but I agree that there's not a lot of men who will go to the Dakota pipeline and stand. There's just not. And it's not like, maybe it seems that way because of society. I think it seems that way a lot more. I think there's a lot more actual men that are that. But it's that idea that like how willing are you to stand up for what you believe in? To Michael's definition, that's what a real man is. Because we came here for a purpose. And we stand by that purpose. Feet planted firmly in the ground. In the mud, under the mud. You're stuck. You got a layer. It's up to your ankles. You can't even move. I'm not moving. You're going to move me and the whole family if you want to build this dumbass pipe. That's a real man. Not the guy who goes and just starts mowing down every single pipeline guy. You just killed you just killed a whole bunch of men who are probably good men, and they're just trying to get paid, and they're laying the pipes. My bad, I didn't, you know what I mean? That's the system that we work in, right? Well, why is the system like that? Because we stopped standing up. And women stopped backing your men. You don't even know who they are. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. I don't know. And not like you don't. I'm just talking in totalities here or whatever. It's messed up feminist movement are really making the shit worse when it comes to men. I completely agree with you, Sylvie. I completely agree with you because it's making women think that they're men, and it's not about that. It's like you have energy in you. You have male and you have female. And that's why I said earlier, as soon as you got to do some real man shit, you gonna back out and you be like, no, I don't think I want to do that. You're crazy, it looks a little dangerous. I couldn't even get my ex to fucking garden with me because she wanted gloves. She didn't want to get her hands scraped up. It was just like, but don't look at this as me being brave because that's just grass. It's just it's too much of this. It's too much of this, man. What were you saying? I wanted to say something else. I can't remember. Wish I knew why women like the bad boys. Oh yeah, nice. I do too. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I know, but anyways. And that has to do with women not choosing how to feel, how they want to feel. There's a difference between receptivity, right, and then choosing, right? It's the goal isn't to just you're divine feminine. You're not just supposed to just, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens, and then that'll be the guy for me. No, because then you're gonna get every asshole that thinks you're cute that just wants to come over and talk to you, and then I'm gonna filter them out with what I've learned so far, from this society. Or whatever, it's all out of whack. And that was the other thing too, what was it? Men making the first move. Oh, that one was in here too. And don't get me, I love talking about it. You know, like, yeah, I want to do that. Sure. But in my experience, the prettiest girl in the place is the most insecure. So chances are I probably won't. So if she's that kind of girl, I ain't gonna talk. We ain't never gonna talk. Oh well, right? Because you can't just go up to him and talk and have a normal conversation. That was another one on the list. Guys can't have a girl as a friend without wanting to have sex with them. You know what I mean? Like, I used to get it all the time because I talk to everybody and everything about anyone, like anything, and I love it. You know what I mean? So I talk to any. I don't care. I'm not looking for that because I don't want to do these things with this person if I don't like this person. You know what I mean? Like, why am I gonna waste my time? Anyways, that's just me. I like the idea of commitment, so that's just me. Always have. What was the one I was looking for? Hold on. Oh yeah, that we have to make the first move. Yes. Hold on. It doesn't hurt when we get kicked in the balls. That's awesome. Yeah, men are not supposed to show emotions or ask for help with mental health, right? Because if you're mental as a guy, you're just undesirable, bro. Men are less complex than women. Yeah, no, that's not true. Men can't talk to a woman without hitting on them. Boom. My single largest resentment is that women assume you're hitting on them if you just talk to them. A few weeks ago, a woman had a flat tire at an intersection. I honked at her and told her to roll her window down. She opened with, "I have a boyfriend." And that's like the meme. I saw the meme with the otter or the sea lion. You know, and it's just like, and it has this face where it's like for real. He's like I asked her what time it was, and she responded, "I have a boyfriend." And his face was like, you know, it's a sea lion's face. Men are dirtier than women. No, we just accept it a lot more, I think. Go clean the men and women toilet and come back and tell me men are dirtier than women. I've never seen a woman's toilet, and I don't think I'd want to after reading that one. Oh yeah, here it is. Men should always make the first move. Okay, let's see what he says. That it's the man's job to take initiative in relationships. Right, because God forbid you actually knew that your woman wanted to do something. I mean, you know, yeah, you know. So that means anytime we're not in the mood to do something, it's like we're just shitty. You know what I mean? Like we get such a hard rap. You guys have no idea. Expected to ask the girl out, pursue the girl, make the first move, initiate sex throughout the relationship, because apparently that's all that men want. Right, and this is why I never talk to, you know, me and that girl will never meet. I'll never find that pretty one, because I'm probably not going to want to talk to her. You know, like, or even if I do, you know, there's too much. Anytime I talk to a pretty girl, like, you know, go out, bars, whatever, there's too much going on in her head. There's too fucking much. She's looking at everything I'm saying, everything I'm not saying. She's comparing it to everything. I can see her brain. That's why when you talk to them, they don't say much. Women love talking all the fucking time. I love talking all the time. It's not a judgment. But I always notice they say a lot fucking less in the beginning. Because they're sizing you the fuck up. And you have no idea what they're comparing you to. Right? You have no idea that they're seeing something that you did as something and saying that it's what this guy that she doesn't like did. It's insane. I'm out. I'm so freaking out. But then that's why I'm also like past the point where I just don't care. And like, you know, I'll talk to anyone and everyone, you know, but you know, usually I don't meet someone, you know, on the same level. So it's like, you know, so it always just goes one way or another. It just ends up ending at some point. Let's see. I've experienced all of these assumptions more than I care to admit. It's exhausting, and frankly, I'm sick of it. We want to feel wanted, right? Surprised and be pursued as well. Of course, everyone likes to be surprised. It's nothing to do with male or female. Even wanted or pursued. What kind of relationship are you in when you don't feel wanted by your partner? Get the fuck out of here. Why are you in it? Get out of that shit. If we don't appeal to this stereotype, women typically take it personally. Oh, wait, what do you mean? They think we aren't attracted to them anymore, or something akin to that. Ooh, that's a good one. Is that true, ladies? When in reality, we just wanted to change the dynamic a bit. God forbid we want reciprocity. He used the wrong word. He used reciprocation. No, reciprocity. That's what I have to say. Yeah. What part did I want to say? Oh yeah. Do you think that we're not attracted to you if we don't make the first move? You know what I mean? Because that's the weirdest thing in the world. So we have to make the first move, but it has to be just right. Because if we make too much of the first move, you know what I mean? Like, then we're seeming like we're desperate, right? Then they're desperate, you know. And then I just say, yeah, I'm desperate for a fucking conversation of normalcy with somebody in here who can be honest about who they are and what they like to do, or or what they don't like to do. Like, God, are you shitting me right now? It's craziness. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old. It doesn't matter who I hang out with. It just seems like it just doesn't end. You know, like, And it's such a useful thing. It's what we all go through as kids. But this is what I said when I got out of high school. It was like I remember being in high school and like, man, I can't wait to get out of here. And then as soon as I got out of there, it's all life is just a bunch of kids that grew up and they're still in high school. You know what I mean? Like they're all still. Yes, not all of them. Hopefully you evolved, and it's not all of them, but it's so common, man. Wish I knew. Oh, yeah. It's mess feminine movement. Yeah, like women be women. It's like my. Anyways, she was a model. She's a promotional model. My ex. Okay. Anyway, she's a promotional model. It's really really pretty. Can do her makeup like amazing, is insane. And just that fact of like I tell her like, because I will always suggest natural, always 100% of the time, all the time, 1000% of the time, butt ass naked, barefoot on earth. Okay, nature boy, that's Michael. And so, like, for the makeup thing, I was just like, because to me, I see it as a program too. But, like we said before, we should be able to enjoy these things in life. So I would tell her, like, be a woman, right? Because you were saying, with the feminist woman, it's like, put on your makeup. Like, you look beautiful either way. You know what I mean? And what you can do with makeup, it's amazing. Like, I love the makeup artists. Like, they make monsters and stuff in movies or whatever. Like, you see behind the scenes. Like, it's so cool. They, come out as these completely different people. So, and, she used to do, mermaids. She did a photo op, whatever, mermaids. She's done so many. And it was, and she loved that one, and I was just like, yeah, you look like this is really freaking cool. And don't girls like to dress up, and don't girls find their mom's makeup? And it's okay to just be how you are. Oh God, it's like getting exhausting trying to think of all the different angles and ways that we can just put all this together to just come to the point of the fact that it's all okay. This is what I usually do in my relationships. It's like that I've experienced. It's like so often I got to get on the horn and go at it for an hour, or it's at night when we're laying in bed, and I gotta say I gotta channel a whole bunch of information so that she understands where I still stand as if it changed. And it's just, and then the whole thing, it lasts for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Like, I'll stay up all night just talking. It's crazy. And, let me go to sleep. But then she wants to be in the conversation. She's half asleep, and it's like, but for some reason, and then at the end of it, it's like, so you good? Yeah, thanks. That feels okay. So that whole 3 hours that we just spent, we didn't need to do it all. But like I said, guys, we told you from the beginning exactly what the fuck we said, what we feel. But as a woman, they're listening to all other shit. So what Michael is good at is intuiting all that other shit that you're not telling me. And so I will jump on it and I will start to explain from the ground up. And I will pass along all of the things that are going on inside your head because I know they're there, but I need to do it because you won't say it. You know what I mean? Because you won't express it to me. You won't ask me. You know what I mean? So it's like we have to stop trying to figure it out so much. This is the whole intuition part. Like, can't we just grunt anymore? Can't I just tackle you and just like, oh my God, I just don't want to talk, but I'm good at it. I basically read. Oh, hey, thanks, Darcy. Hilarious. I'm glad you're laughing. Basically raised my brother, so I have seen the full spectrum of how the guys are treated. Oh wow, Sylvie, yeah, totally. Poor guys and girls. But that's what I mean. It's like if we don't start talking and fix each other or whatever, you know what I mean? Like if we don't treat this with the love and compassion, man, when that's ain't gonna happen. Fortunately, so many do not know how to communicate without getting bagged by the other person in a relationship. Yeah, standing strong, right? And no matter what, you have to. And then eventually, you guys drift apart. But right? Hopefully, you're standing strong in the beginning, and she's not assuming that you're saying it because you're trying to impress her, and it is who you actually really are. Like, yes, I channeled Jesus. Would you like to find out? No. Honest, like for real, like no. It's like, well, I mean, I don't channel them all the time. And then oh my God, now what's she thinking? But we didn't start that way. So emotions are awesome, keeps you connected. I love seeing a man cry, makes him real. Yeah, as I always say, nothing wrong with a man crying. It takes a strong man to let himself cry. Yeah, and that's the thing about that too. It's like it doesn't even take a strong man. It just takes a normal man. It's just it's all already natural. Like there's no reason for any of it to be so crazy out of whack. Like your man wants to be strong and prove himself to his family. He already wants to. Maybe give him a little encouragement, even if what you think he did was stupid. You know what I mean? Hey, good. Oh, what a nice birdhouse, babe. I'm so glad you spent 4 hours in the shop on the bandsaw, sanding and working that birdhouse. Thanks. Don't be condescending because he didn't do some shit that you wanted him to do, or whatever. Oh, he could have spent his time cleaning the house with me. He wanted to go make a bird. It's just like I said in the beginning. Real men do what real men want to do. They don't ask questions. I'm not asking for your permission. You know what I mean? But all of us as people try to figure things out in life. So we should be asking questions. Your man isn't weak because he is indecisive and he doesn't know. No, he's trying to find out, or whatever. Like there's so many, oh my gosh. Okay, so let me see what Mother Mary's been here this whole time, and she is my favorite feminine energy. Well, not my favorite. I have all you guys are my favorites, I know. But her energy is so soothing and calming. Like Mother Mary is literally the one that no matter how I feel or no matter what's going on in my life, no matter how justified my anger could be or frustration or sadness or anything, when Mother Mary comes in, it's just like, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I was getting a little upset. I know. She just heals. She heals it all as soon as she lands in here. Like she's the most calming energy that is whole and all-encompassing that you could just sit with, and she'll heal everything inside of you and outside of you. Just that's who Mother Mary is. And that's what she's here to help us do. Call on Mother Mary. Yes, thank you. Right? She says, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, I raised them. You raised one, I know. Right? He had women's around him too. Yeah, I know. and we believed in him because we knew who he was. You know, it was a special case from the beginning. Sylvie, thank you. And encouragement goes a long way with both sides. Exactly. Unfortunately, so many take each other for granted. Yeah, we really do. Yeah, it's really true. You know, but then it works in that way too, where it's like, like as a guy, like if you tell, for me, I tell her I love her every single day. After a while, she doesn't care. She doesn't care, But it's like you're saying, taking for granted. We get to this level where we expect it, Like if I say it every day, because I'm a firm believer, like always have been, like my mom instilled when I was little, that you don't leave the house without an I love you. No matter what, no matter how mad you are, it doesn't matter. She would stop me, give me a kiss, a kiss on the cheek. Okay, I love you too, yeah. Walk out of the house, and I'll storm out later. And then you leave thinking about that, You're like, yeah, I actually do love her. I'm not really that. Maybe I'm getting a little upset about, but what was I saying? Shit, I have to read what you said. Oh yeah, taken for granted. You get to that point where it's like you just expect them to say I love you, or you expect them to, so then what? So now I got to take it away so that you can appreciate it, when I do say it. Like it's all a game. We got to stop playing it. It's games. Nobody likes games, and it's all we play every day. Like, you talking to somebody at work, guess what? There's probably a little bit of ego going on. There's probably a little coolness. There's probably a little, like whatever. Yo, I'm about to go out this weekend, get with some girls, trying to make it sound like it'll be exciting. Yeah, but you ain't going to do nothing, it's like, come on, man. We've all gone out millions of times, and we all keep looking for that one night that's just going to top the last night. And that's a trap. It's a trap. You're gonna be looking for that for the rest of your life, and that leads into the addictions and and stuff like that. But yeah, we kind of wanted to talk about that too. Addictions, yeah. Okay, Heylel, what do you got? He's just laughing. He's like, nah, you're good. You know what I mean? It's pretty much what we would have kind of said. What do you want to say though to add? Do you have anything to add, please? He's saying it's only within your individualized conceptual patterns that you can see or change something into something else. This is why it is important for you all to face these things that you run into in your lives, no matter who you are, man or woman. Because without knowing how to get there, you don't learn, you don't become wise, he's saying like, and I was just listening to a video earlier, this perfect, they were saying, it's why your math teacher tells you to show your work, right? If you just get the answer and you can't show your work, then do you really know how to solve the problem? So then when life hits you, and then you see that problem, because it's not a math equation anymore. It's a life equation. So did you learn how to get to the end result, right? So it's like, and that's the idea of being told what to do. All these people in the world, schools, everyone's telling you what to believe, what to think, when to think, what to say, what not to say. So if you're just told what the answer is, regurgitating the information, but you don't find out how to get there, then you never learned anything. You can't take that with you into the real world. Somebody said, like, how do you solve this equation? Well, I don't know, but I know the answer. Okay, well, good luck getting to the answer, right? We all came in as souls with the answer and the end result. That's why we came. We knew something. We were going to do something, but we got to figure out how to get there. You got to do the stuff. You got to formula. Your body, your mind, your soul, the formula. What's that, Sylvie? Partner and I always tell each other how proud we are for dealing with whatever we have to. Yeah, you know what I mean? There's so much power in that. Like, I can feel that, It's like when I look at my ex, and I tell her I'm proud of her, It's a weird thing to say to somebody, but I mean, in that sense, because we think of like parents when you say proud. I'm proud of you, babe. But eventually it works out. But I mean, yeah, like and then she looks at me and just smiles and says, "Thank you." I mean, it's the greatest moment ever. You know what I mean? Look your woman dead in the eyes and tell her how awesome she is. I don't want to say what I want to say next, right? It's just like, it's going to be great. It's a great feeling for both of you. And then to know that, like if that you saying that they care, you know what I mean? And then to know that when they say it to you, I mean, we could all be living in like the most amazing world, and we're all just head so far up our asses that we're not, We always say I love you because we never know when will be the last time. Exactly. That's why I learned too. Right? You always say it. And then you learn how to love someone just because, even if you disagree, or just because, and look at our world. Clearly, this ain't being taught, guys. You know what I mean? We need to start teaching this a lot and believe in it because we know it's real. We know it's literally what we need in order to fix it all. It's crazy as world. All right. Oh my God, 111, perfect. I just saw 111.22. Nice. All right, guys, I can go on forever. I'm gonna stop right now. And that's why I put in the comments that there is much more to come as far as the divine masculine. Sorry, it wasn't much channeling. Well, it was me channeling, mostly my higher self, but. Closing remarks, hello. Oh yeah, see, I jumped in. You were saying something, right? I'm sorry. He was saying something, and then I jumped in on it because I got excited. Yeah, no, we're just going to go. I'm just going to go for now. I'm going to go take some breaths, and, we'll worry about channeling next time. Yeah, we're going to do next time. Okay. But remember, yep, remember to love yourself. Remember to love yourself. All of it. All of it. All of it. Love the fact that you're over going to bars. Whatever. You're not going to find them there. Trust Michael. Okay? It's going to a lot of them. And not a lot, but, it's the regular ones. And then, it's every weekend or whatever. And even before I was always of age. Clubs, bars, house parties, cities, Chicago. One of my buddies met Busta Rhymes and, smoked with Busta Rhymes back in the day in Twista. I don't think Twista was there, but it was the club that they all go to. I mean, it's like, I'm so over it. I'm so over this that we all do. And we're killing ourselves. That's all we're doing. No matter how you look at it, whether it's war, whether it's some political bullshit, societal bullshit, we're arguing with each other and we're fighting with each other for domination when we don't even own the shit. They fucking own it all. Like, why are you fighting me because you're envious, because you got jealous? Like, I mean, it's just, it's so gross, and I've seen it my whole freaking life. I love you too, Starcy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yep, love you, Sylvie. Love all you guys. Sacred breaths. Oh my gosh, yes. It's going to be a great night. Love yourself, warts and all. Oh my God. The warts is what makes you awesome. Because if you didn't have it, we'd have nothing to talk about. Right? There's so much more we can do with just laughing at ourselves, and just accepting ourselves for. It's like I told all right, real quick before we go. I told in an old video with my buddy at the house party, okay? And he knows who he is. I don't think he'll ever watch these, but maybe he will. I've told him about it. Truck driver, stocky, big guy, okay? Big truck driver, spiky, death metal, Pantera, Megadeth, Metallica, okay? Spiked hair, like the 70s punk rockers, like the Casualties, right? And his shirt's off, and he's sweating buckets. He's got Jack Daniels, the fifth of Jack in one hand, and he's got a fifth of he's got a Mike's Hard Lemonade in the other hand, mixed with Jack, so a Boilermaker in the other hand, and he's and he's sweating buckets. You see his butt crack. You know what I mean? And he's just shirts off, and he was the sexiest. He's a sexy beast. Like, I don't know if that's what we were saying around that we were doing Sid. I don't know, and because I just looked at him and I was just like, bro, like, let's go. Like, he's my favorite person because look at what he's doing. He doesn't care who's there. He doesn't care. I love that kind of shit, man. Oh, like my heart wants to jump out. That was crazy. Those are my people, man. Like, oh, real. Sarah, where you at, Sarah? Sarah here? I'm not gonna say it. God, you know. And that's what made him sexy, was because he wasn't asking for an opinion. He wasn't looking at a magazine. He wasn't. Okay, why was I saying this to end on this? I don't know. It connected. You guys probably remember what I was saying, but I don't remember. But you know, to me, confidence is sexy. All right, guys. Let's see, and especially for the women's. No offense, but you know, most insecure of them all, because you have the most to take on. You know, and guys, we just fuck you, and then you know we go off and do what we want to do, and we just don't care. You know, and we build ourselves back up naturally. You know, we got testosterone; it naturally just kind of boils over the BS. I think after a while, but for women, oh gosh, I love my divine feminine. I love all you gals. I wish you all the best. Okay,